Hey, what is up guys? So we're going to be doing a deck profile that is still actually a work in progress. Everyone has been asking for it, but I deliver. So I'll give it to you guys as is right now, and I still, like I said, am still working on it, and I still think that there are things that we can improve upon. There's so many crazy cards and combos that probably aren't discovered yet with plants now that we have Global back. But I haven't had this much fun Yu-Gi-Oh! In a long time. I've actually built this in real life because I love Plant Synchro just because of the crazy plays. But shout outs to you, Fudo over here for running the Junk Synchro, because that's the build that I'm actually going for, because we got that reprint of Quasar. But enough talking, let's go ahead and jump right into the deck profile, and then I'll actually talk a little bit more about all the combos and all the little cool things that you can do in this deck and other tech cards and stuff like that. So for the plant engine, I'm just playing the standard, the Glow Bulb, the Dandy, the Spore, and then the 2 Lone Fire. Alternatively, you can play Titanial, but that just makes your ban hands worse, and if you already opened up Lone Fire, you probably don't need to go into Titanial anyway. So that's the 5 little plant card engine. I know, so many plants in a plant deck, right? And then this is what really separates this deck and makes it so much better, is the triple mathematician. Because he's an earth, he allows you to go into melee of the trees, which actually opens up a lot more combos. Plus, he lets you dump Level Eater or Glow Bulb in the graveyard, which actually opens up a bunch of other plays. You can use him to actually play a different build. This is the Synchron build. There's a build where you can use like Supervised Solar Nutrient with Giga Plants. I just feel like if your plays don't go off in plants, and if you're playing that version, you just auto lose. Whereas this one, it has a little bit more play with the game. Next up, I play 3 copies of Effect Veiler. A level 1 tuner is very important to get into the graveyard, and I'll explain just a basic combo in the deck. Most of the plays actually extend off of one essential combo. But next up, I play 2 Quick Draw Synchrons, 1 Level Eater, 1 Birdman. If you open up with this, a lot of times you can pull off really insane plays too. 1 Debris Dragon, 3 copies of Spell Strike. This is also what makes this deck so much crazier, because he's an Earth, plus he's level 3 monster, which you can just like special summon. It's really easy to get out, and he opens up a lot more extensive plays if your initial play doesn't go through. And I really like him in addition with the quick draw, because he just allows you to quickly go into something that basically Junk Destroy gets you rid of a card that you hopefully is problematic for you. Then 3 copies of Junk Synchron, 3 copies of Doppelwarrior, 2 Gores, and a BLS. And that's going to be it for the monster lineup. Let's go over the spells, and then I'll go over the extra deck, and then we'll talk about the main actual combo that essentially you extend all your plays off of. And then for spells, because I would rather just... Oh, there's no traps in this, by the way. Because I want to get my plays off as much as possible. Because if I get my play off, I automatically win, pretty much. Because Quasar pretty much equals games most of the time. Anyways, 3 MSTs, a Foolish Burial, a Soul Charge, a 1-for-1. 3 different rarities of Reinforcement of the Army. Now the card's at 3. This version is crazy because you can search off Spell Striker and then you just banish it. So it makes it real easy. And then 3 tunings. So that is it for the main deck. Let's go ahead and go over the extra deck real quick, then I'll make some comments and all that other good stuff in just a moment. But for the extra deck, of course, you wouldn't be a plant deck without... Well, I mean, honestly, this is kind of a win harder card. You really don't even need to play Quasar. Usually, if you're in the position to make Quasar, you can probably win that turn anyways. Alternatively, there's another build where you can just run Armory Arm and make double Colossal Fighter and actually win the game off of just Colossal Fighter and Armory Arming. You have to have 2 Colossal Fighter because of the new way they ruled it. But next, 2 Formless Synchron, and then the Crimson Blader that just, it steals games, man. And then we got Black Rose, we got Orient Dragon. Now, I know Goyo Garden is better. Actually, do I have Goyo in here? No, I actually took Goyo out for this. And the reason why is because with Debris Dragon, there's a huge extensive play. I'll link a video down below in the description box to actually show you the extensive play. It requires 3 1-ofs, but it's better to have the option to draw like a bunch of cards and have a really strong field with an Orient... well, you need Orient Dragon because Debris Dragon requires a dragon that you synchro into. That's why it's basically here. Arcanite Magician, and then Armades, Drill Warrior, Armory Arm, Catastor, Junk Destroyer. I just love this card so much. Librarian, Junk Warrior, which I'm actually thinking about taking out, but sometimes it just helps you when you don't get those awesome plays off, and it doesn't go successfully, but next turn you can still kind of bring out a monster and you can do some crazy stuff with him also. And then lastly, for the 1 XYZ, the Melee of the Trees, this card... it makes the deck so much better. It really does. I was thinking about playing 2. If you want, you can cut out something here. I think this is 4. No, actually, no. I put in Arcanite Magician because it's the extensive play with the... you can go like +8. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like I said, it's a huge extensive play. So I'll link a video down below in the description box. But anyways, let's go ahead and go over... let's go over the, well, actually, no, let me go over some other cards that I was thinking about running, and then we'll go ahead and go over, like, the combos and stuff like that. So, I got my tokens right here, so we'll use those in just a moment. Cards that I was considering playing, and I know you guys might be thinking, if you're playing Quasar, why aren't you playing Shooting Star? If you make Quasar, you basically win anyways, and I'm really stuck on room on the extra deck, so I didn't decide to play him, but you can definitely play him, take out something if you want. I was thinking about playing Levier, too, just for the place to get back stuff, and maybe Tour Guide, maybe, I don't know. There's the Hot Red Dragon Archer. I just like this card because I think it has an insane effect. This opens up a lot more plays to actually synchros and then like synchro into more stuff, but it's too awkward. But it is a good card. Goyo Garden and Spark Dragon. I was originally playing 2 Spark Dragons simply because I was actually playing multiple copies of this card over here, Vanities, and Vanities and Spark Dragon pretty much equals game over. But in most situations, you don't really have that many options to go for level 8s too often, I would say. And if you are going to level 8, a lot of things are going to be like awkward. I don't really know how to explain it other than telling you to test it out yourself. You rarely will need to actually make 8s. Usually, if you have the position to make a level 8, you have an awkward hand, which you should probably just save because you can maybe make a Quasar with just like 1 extra card, or you might be able to make Quasar anyways, and you're just making something that's just not necessarily as good. I mean, this card, I know it's easier to make than Quasar, but the thing is, with a lot of the combos in this, they extend off of like a bunch of low monsters, and if you're using a bunch of monsters just to make one of these, when you can go for something like a Librarian plus like draw 2 cards and potentially make a Quasar anyways, I don't know. And also Vanities is just, it's too slow, and I would rather just get out my plays as fast as possible. That's why I'm main decking 3 MSCs, just so if I get out my plays, I don't care about your stuff. I don't really need to stop you from doing anything, because if I make Quasar, I pretty much win. But like I said, I do think that there's room for improvement on this deck. Other cards I was considering playing Upstart Goblins. Also was considering Vanities. Like I said, if I was going to play Vanities, I'd probably play the Spark Dragon, just because it has a lockup potential. I was also thinking about Decree or Trap Sun. I don't know. Trap Sun is just, it's better for that 1 turn because it can't get MST, but Royal Decree is just like that permanent ability. With Pot of Dichotomy, through testing, I felt like if I wasn't getting my plays off, this is where this card came in handy, but if I'm not getting my plays off, I'm in a losing position anyways. And it's not as good as Pot of Avarice is really what it comes down to. Super Solar Nutrient, that's for another build with like DDRs, Supervises. I just didn't like this build because if someone stopped your summon, like they, warning, whatever, your hand could be very, very unplayable. Yes, you can pull off some crazy stuff, I understand, with like the Power Tool Dragon, and you're running a lot of awkward stuff, like the Colossolus, you're running a lot of just awkward cards in the extra deck, and there's that other card, the Samsara card, where it changes, it's Synchro that changes levels. You're running a lot of awkward stuff, and it's just really conditional to pull off, and you just kind of shut down some of the potential stuff in your extra deck. I was also thinking about Gallus, but Reinforcement Army was just too good in the deck. That's basically why I cut him. I was just going to play 40 monsters, was the original plan. And then Reasoning. This card is just, it's so good. You can hit pretty much everything in this deck, and you should be able to pull off Quasar if you have like a decent hand. And through testing, I love this card, and I hated it at the same time, because sometimes it was like just literally minus, but sometimes even if they would call 1, if it was Glow Up Bulb, it didn't matter because you'd win anyways, because Glow Up Bulb just makes the deck so insane. So now that we got the deck profile out of the way, let me go ahead and actually, like some of the tech cards. By the way, I'm open to suggestions. Like I said, this is a work in progress, and all you guys want the deck profile. I've seen my inbox, it's blowing up with just Asian Eyes. I need that deck profile for the Plant Synchro deck. But I'm definitely open to suggestions, and I'm going to make an updated version once I get more testing, because all I do is just think of crazy plays with plants. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the basic combo that everything basically extends off of. So, yes, there's way more plays in plants, but I'm going to show you guys the basic combo so you can kind of understand what to do. So what you want in most scenarios is a level 1 tuner in the graveyard, and you want to be able to have Junk Synchron and Doppel Warrior in your hand. Now you have 3 copies of Reinforcement Army, you have 3 copies of Tuning, and you have 3 copies of each one of these. So it's not like this is like super hard to actually pull off. So that's really all you need. And like I said, you need a level 1 tuner in the graveyard. Mathematician allows you access to that. So let's go ahead and get that Mathematician. And I'll show you basically the combo that you want. That's basically, well, you don't really need Mathematician. You just need Mathematician to dump a card. So let's just say for whatever reason, we're just going to take out Mathematician out of this equation. Oh man, the puns are real. Alright, so like I said, you just want a level 1 tuner in the graveyard, and you'll be able to go through some extensive plays. I'll go ahead and shuffle. Let's just do this for fun. Let's see how crazy of a field that we can actually pull off. Like I said, You want a level 1 tuner in the grave, preferably Glow Up Bulb, because if it's Glow Up Bulb, then you pretty much win the game because you're going to draw 4 cards, and it's going to become out of control. So, like I said, a lot of plays extend off of this play, and like I said, it's pretty easy because you have like Foolish Burial, you have 1-for-1. Hopefully, all you need to do is basically just get Glow Up Bulb to the graveyard. You can Lone Fire into Glow Up Bulb, just let it die. It doesn't matter. And a lot of people are like, "What the heck are you doing?" But this play is it's absolutely crazy. So. What we're going to do first, I'm going to move everything out of the way so we don't get confused by these cards. So what you want to do first is you want to normal summon your Junk Synchron. Oh, also you have to have not activated Glow Up Bulb's effect. So you're going to normal summon Junk Synchron, and then you're going to activate his effect to special summon Glow Up Bulb from the graveyard. Preferably, well, actually you have to special summon in defense mode. Next up, you're going to go ahead and special summon that Doppelwarrior. Now what you're going to do is you're going to synchro the Junk Synchron and the Doppelwarrior for a 5. And that 5 will want to be a Librarian. You could go for other things, but it's not going to be very good. So we're going to go ahead and make that Librarian. Actually, let me move all these cards out of the way. Alright, so we got our Librarian, and we have our Glow Up Bulb. And then Doppelwarrior has the effect that if he's sent to the grave for Synchro Summon, you can special summon 2 tokens. And they have to be in attack position, and they only have 400 attack, but it's not really going to matter. So then after that, this is going to be our field right here. Make sure everything's in the shot. So, you guys can see this. Okay, so I'll put the graveyard like a little bit higher, that way you guys don't get confused with it being on the field. So next up, what we're going to do is we're going to synchro a token and one of the Glow Up Bulbs into a Formula Synchron. So we'll go ahead and bring out a Formula Synchron. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw 2 cards, one for Formula and then one for Librarian. So let's just say, for example, we're drawing 2 cards, and I'll try to go for a play after we draw our cards and show you how crazy this can get. So after this, what we want to do is we want to send 1 card to the graveyard, and it was a BLS. That's very unfortunate, but it's okay. It happens. So then we're going to go ahead and actually special summon a Glow Up Bulb from the graveyard by sending 1 card from the top of our deck to the graveyard, and then what we're going to do is we can make another Formula Synchron. And then let's go ahead and bust out that. And then again, you're going to be able to draw 2 cards. So that's drawing 4 cards with only using 2 cards, which is the Doppel and Junk. So now we get to draw 2 cards. Let's go ahead and check out what we got over here. And, oh, wow, Soul Charge. Well, that's double Quasar. Okay. And there's also Quick Draw. We also do have Lone Fire, but we actually already summoned this turn, so that's not going to be relevant. But we can go ahead and reinforce some of the army. And from here, I mean, there's no edits, guys. This is real stuff over here. This is real time. Alright, so Spell Striker. Banish the reinforcement of the army to special summon Spell Striker. And then what we can do from here is we can actually go and synchro the 2 and the 3, and then go ahead and bust out whatever you want from the extra deck. For funsies, I'm going to bust out Armati. No, let's go for the ultimate rare Catastrophe, just because he's ultimate. Only reason why he's here. But, so yeah, we're going to synchro up. And then we also get to draw another card, too. So don't forget to draw a card. Oh, MST. Would have been nice at the beginning of the turn, but it's okay. And then from here, we can just go ahead and synchro up and make Shooting Quasar Dragon. And then to extend this play even further, if you actually really wanted to, you can special summon Quick Draw by getting rid of Lone Fire. And then from here, you have Soul Charge. So that way, we were just able to get Lone Fire into the graveyard. And then we can Soul Charge. And obviously from here we could, well, I don't have 2 Quasars in my extra deck, so that's irrelevant, but drawing, we didn't even need the Soul Charge that we drew into. We didn't even need a Lone Fire to actually pull this off. There's a lot more plays. If you open up Lone Fire, you can obviously do a lot of insane plays as well. There's also a decent play, let me go ahead and show you, with Mathematician. There's so many plays in this deck. I could probably make this video 5 hours, because I'm not even kidding, guys. I sit down, like, a lot of time in my day, and I just sit here and I just think of crazy ways to, like, just make just stupid things on the field. But a lot of times what you can do is you can just Mathematician. If you're playing, like, the supervised build, this obviously can extend into other things. But what you can do is, let's see, where's... You can get the Super Solar Nutrient out here. There's this card which you can use for a lot of extensive plays, but for the most part, in this build you won't be able to do this, the one that I just showed you, but again, this deck is definitely open to taking suggestions and stuff. So Super Solar Nutrient, I'll read the card to you guys. Actually, the camera's focused over here. Anyways, so you tribute one level 2 or lower plant type monster. That does include the tokens, and then you get to special summon one plant type monster whose level is equal to or lower than the tributed monster's level +3 from your hand or deck. So that opens up a lot of shenanigans. But again, with the Giga Plant builds, I feel like if you don't get your summon off, you can open up and you can make a lot of just poor choices because you can't really make anything. But anyways, you summon Mathematician, you go ahead and dump Lone Fire, and you have 3 copies of Spell Striker, and you have also things like Reinforcement of the Army. So if you have like this plus Spell Striker, obviously you need a spell first. If you open up, well actually, in this version, if you open up 1-for-1 Foolish or, where's it, 1-for-1 Foolish, well, Soul Charge is also like an auto win pretty much in this deck. There's a lot of just ridiculous cards. If you open up, where's the other card? Well, I mean, Reinforcement Army is pretty much open to getting whatever you want. If you open up, like, any one of these, basically, your plays are just insane. Well, Mathematician kind of needs Spell Striker, but I feel like I'm rambling on because I could talk about this for hours. Anyways, so Mathematician, you summon that card. You go ahead and dump Lone Fire, you special summon Spell Striker. This is why I play Melee of Trees, by the way. This is like literally the only reason. So, Mathematician, you dump this card. You can go ahead and actually just special summon the Melee of Trees. Let's go ahead and bust her out. Oh, we need Spell Striker to overlay, right, okay. So you just need a spell in addition to this. That could be like MST, Reinforcement of the Army, and then you can do way more extensive play. Let's just say you have Spell Striker here too. And you had like Reinforcement of the Army. And you went for a Doppel Warrior. you could just extend this play like crazy. So, overlay from Melee of Trees. It doesn't really matter what you detach with this because you don't really care about these cards in the graveyard. But this has the effect that you can target one plant type monster in your graveyard, special summon it in face-up defense position, and then now you have Lone Fire. Lone Fire was then special summon Doppel. You go into Spore, you go into Blow Up Bulb. You have like synchros for days. Again, going back to the crazy plays, that's where Mistborn Colossus comes in play. You can just keep on drawing cards, and it just becomes crazy. Like the plays to get out double formulas and just draw twice and have 2 synchros on board, and you can potentially just draw into something, maybe a quick draw. Oh, also, this is another play to make Quasar. Let me do this one. There's so many Quasar plays. This video will be like 5 hours long if I go through all of them. But I'm going to show you one real quick one. It's another one of those extensions off the same play, which is having Junk Synchron and Doppel in hand, but we're also going to have Quick Draw. This one you're going to have a Level Eater in your hand or in the graveyard. It doesn't really matter. And you're going to go ahead and this is what you need. This in graveyard, obviously a Mathematician, you have 1-for-1. There's a lot of ways to dump. And also, if you just luck sack and you tuning, think of it this way, guys. All you really would need in this position would be Doppel, tuning, and one of these. So it doesn't really matter which one you have, you're just tuning for the other one. Or Reinforcement Army can search you out, either one of these. So it's not like this is like, oh, super conditional, where it's like the one play that I was talking about earlier, where it requires the 3 1-ofs. Like, if you open up this, you automatically have game 2. This is automatically game, pretty much. I mean, you draw so many cards anyways. Like I said, I'll put the link down below in the description box for the video that I will be uploading, showing you the insane play that you can do with this. It's just too long of a combo. We already talked about too many combos in this video, but yeah, you want Level Eater in the graveyard or in your hand. It really doesn't matter. And then obviously Doppel in your hand also, and you also want a Level 1 tuner in the graveyard. I know it seems like it's conditional, but trust me, when you play this deck enough, you will realize this happens very often. So what you want to do is, again, the same extensive play. The thing that extends all the plays is Junk, bring back a Level 1 tuner. It could be Level Eater if you want to, if you happen to have some other crazier cards. Maybe you already have Glow Up Bulb in the grave. You can do other things. But for the most part, we're going to go ahead and do that. And I need my tokens. I got my BLS token, and I got my Celestia token. It's the actually this card is Vanquishing Light, but it has Celestia on it. And what we're going to do is, again, we're going to go ahead and make that Librarian first. And again, the Level Eater can be in your hand also. At one point, I was playing multiple copies of it. So, we need to go ahead and bring out the 2 tokens. So, these are our 2 tokens. Then what we're going to do is we're going to synchro one of the tokens and the effect veiler. We're going to bust out a Formula Synchron. Again, drawing 2 cards. It doesn't really matter, but let's just... Oh my gosh, Foolish. And then after Foolish and Spell... Wow, oh my gosh. Well, this is auto win anyways. We could pull off Quasar anyways. We don't even need these cards, but we're going to draw more. Okay, so now what we're going to do is... Again, it doesn't matter if the level eater's in your hand, you can discard it for this video. And now we have the Spell Striker to discard, and then we can go ahead and special summon the Quick Draw Synchron, and then from here, the Quick Draw is 5 and this is 6, or you can level eater, it really doesn't matter. So you're gonna go ahead and go into 6, which can build Drill Warrior, or you can level eater off of Quick Draw and then change this level, and you can make someone else if you want to. We got Junk Warrior. These are cards that basically play for it, but since it's 6, it's going to go ahead and be Drill Warrior. Obviously, if you have Dandelion, that opens up more extensive plays, especially since the Foolish Burrow was drawn. And remember, guys, we had to draw a card. Well, actually, we can't draw into that. I don't know why that would even... Okay. Oh, Lone Fire. Oh my gosh. So, like, you can see, like, this deck is absolutely ridiculous. And this is they're going to be level 5, by the way. To make Quasar, you have to level eater off of the Drill Wire, and then we still have access to 5/5 plus 2, which is 12, and then you go ahead and make out the Quasar, and then you just go for the game Ogre, man. It's all Ogre once you bust out that card, pretty much. And at first I was thinking the Upstart. I'm like, why would you play Upstart? That doesn't make it so you can attack twice with Quasar and make a game. But the thing is, most of the time you're going to win the game anyways. Like, if your opponent basically lost board, because if they have any back row, they're going to stop this, which means their back row is probably irrelevant. You can just finish off the game anyways, and obviously if it's something slow like Deep Prison, Mirror Force, you just negate that anyways. So yeah, this is a really fun deck, and like I said, I haven't had this much fun with Yu-Gi-Oh! In so long. I'm so glad they brought it back just because of the crazy plays, and there's a lot more plays, and I'll be making some more combo videos in the future, but for the most part, that's the extensive play that you're going to be extending most of your plays off of, which is Junction around into get back level 1 tuner, or it can be level 1 monster, of course, if you have like Foolish. I mean, you can Foolish Glow Up Bulb, we can go, actually in here, hold on, after we make the Quasar, after we bust out the Quasar, actually, before we bust out the Quasar, okay, hold on, this is much better. That way we still have Librarian on the field. We had Librarian, and actually, well, we'd have to level Eater again, which would make it so we could make Quasar, but we could probably still pull it off anyways if we just go ahead and Foolish the Lone Fire. Let me see what happens if we do this. So, anyway, we're going to Foolish the Glow Up Bulb. We can find him. He's hiding. He's scared. Oh, wait, we already had, do we already have Glow Bulb in the graveyard? Hold on. Where's that Glow Bulb? It's hiding. I'll just use Spore as an example, maybe, unless I can find that Glow Bulb. Okay, well, I don't know. I think Glow Bulb's hiding somewhere. Oh, it's probably right here. Oh, there's Glow Bulb. Okay, so let's say we Foolish Burrow the Glow Bulb. Drill Warrior for this video is still going to be level 5 because we did level Eater off of, so we were going to make Quasar, but we don't even need to. Like, a lot of times I'll just mess around, just see what I can do. So that Foolish Burrow that we draw, we activated it, and we sent Glow Bulb to the graveyard, and now what we're going to do is, I'll shuffle the deck real quick, and then we're going to activate Glow Bulb's effect to special summon itself by sending one card. It was an MSC, that's irrelevant. Anyways, we can make another Formless Synchron. And then we can draw 2 more cards just to see what we can make. Okay, so we drew another Lone Fire. We drew another Reinforcement Army. But it's still cool because we can activate Reinforcement of the Army, go for Spell Striker over here, and then we can banish the Reinforcement of the Army. And then we can special summon Spell Striker, Synchro Spell Striker, and the the Form of Synchro, because that hasn't changed, into another level 5. And we're going to be, we drew into, we made Catastrophe. Don't forget, you get to draw another card over here. Tuning, oh my gosh, we can Tuning. Let's go ahead, well, we've already normal summoned this turn, but we can still actually go for a Quick Draw. And we can Quick Draw. We can obviously discard the Lone Fire, because we don't need that anymore. And then we can Synchro, let's see, what do we want to make? I don't think I really have anything else. We would have went for Drill. Oh, we still have Level Eater, but our field is basically clogged. But, I mean, you can see just how much fun this is. Just sit here and just play the freaking game, even by yourself. I love it, man. But, yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for this deck, I mean, you could see I did this all live. This was no tricks, no stacking. I just was able to pull out Quasar, even though we messed it up because we Level Eatered off of... Drill Warrior twice, we're still able to actually pull off the Quasar, and it's awesome. I love this, man. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Azneyes signing out.